excited. I'm really excited about today. I think today is gonna be that day. I have a good feeling about it. We're gonna kayak in. We're gonna kayak the heck out of some public waters. Josh and I going up to a spot in Delaware, and we are abandoning everything that we've done the entire season, switching it up. We're pretty jacked up about today. Like I just feel it. You know when you just feel it like real deep. Like it just has that like guttural feeling. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So beautiful day, sun shining. Gobblers are gonna be, I don't know what they're gonna be doing, but I hope they're gonna be coming in. We're gonna spend the entire day paddling our hearts away with the end goal of getting on a bird. Not only getting on a bird is harvesting a bird and sharing that harvest with you all. I promise that we know how to hunt. It's been a rough season. The turkeys have not cooperated with us at all. And every strategy that we had going into the season and every spot that we had going into the season hasn't paid off. So changed it up, taking the kayaks out, and we're excited. Before we get on some birds though, we got to make a stop. All right, let's go get you a paddle. Bunch of different sizes, but what I know is to basically stand the paddle up, reach your hands up, curl your fingers over it, good to go. It's all preference, but that's what they recommend. This will do. Actually, you're the one using it, but this will do. Woodhaven, Raspy Red. Couldn't do the trick today. Okay, we'll take these. Big snack guy. Let's do this. It's always a little disheartening when you're driving up to where you're gonna hunt and you have a field in mind that you want to sit on, that you know that you've seen turkeys at, but you pass 100 fields on the way there and there's not a single bird in one of those fields, but you think that the turkeys are gonna be in that one field that you decided to sit on. So that's why we're not gonna sit on any fields today. Well, I'm typically not a superstitious guy, and I never wear face paint for turkey hunting because I wear a mask, but I've had a lot of success in recent years. Deer hunting, always wear this deer hunting, so figure what the heck, can't hurt, right? Plus, I forgot my mask today, so bingo. Caitlin's texting me about the best type of cherries to put in an old fashioned. I love that woman. Tell you what though, you have like 12 of those things, you get a little headache the next day. There's a lot of sugar in it. I should know. Okay, I love sugar. All types of sugar. Regular sugar, organic sugar, artificial sugars, all sugar. Well, we paddled like close to 2 miles up this river, and we still haven't heard a thing. Other than it being a beautiful day for kayaking, this hasn't given us what we were hoping to get out of it. So we could continue on for about another mile upstream or head back to the truck and basically just get in the timber or get on some fields. So plan A or B? A or B? I say that we paddle back to the truck. Just keep calling on the way back, but then when we get back, come up with another game plan, and you know, I think that we just pivot. So.
What do you got there?
Pepper jerky in Gigi's frozen bag. I hunt with David, he has no food. I hunt with you, you have no, I mean, what do you eat? What do you fuel up on? I'm worried about you guys out here. Like if we were to, God forbid, get stranded and we couldn't make it back to the truck and we had to survive out here, I gotta be honest, I can't live off plants and weeds.
Aren't we hunters?
I have 5 arrows, Josh, but...
There's a squirrel up there. Squirrel's good for you.
It is good for you. Protein, little squirrel nuggets.
Tastes like chicken.
That's what I've heard. I've never had any yet. Maybe we'd be better at squirrel hunting. All right, so that wraps up the kayaking part. It was like 4 miles in and out. Didn't hear a thing. Talked to a couple fishermen on the way. They haven't heard any turkeys either all day. I think the game plan is that we're gonna pack up here, drive. We're just gonna get out, do some calling, scan some fields, and see if we get on any birds. Stay with us. All right, let's go set up in this back corner over here. A couple ponds, a few fields. Let's go. Silence. That's okay. That doesn't mean they're not here. What are you doing?
Great angle from up here. Now, give me that camera. This is where I'm going to be when you shoot that turkey. Oh. Bigger they are, the harder they fall. Oh shit. What do we got today?
Turkey and naturally mayo. It's actually more of a mayonnaise sandwich than it is a turkey sandwich. Just when you think you've put on too much mayo, do one more strip, up and down. You're good. All right, I say we call it. We've given it a hell of a go today. Have made some calls. We've been sitting here for a few hours now and just haven't heard anything. It's just been a rough go this season. So we have a few more days left of Ohio turkey PA just kind of started a week ago. So I know David's headed out there this weekend. Hopefully he could get on some birds, but Adam and I will be hunting Ohio through the weekend. So, you know, hopefully our Tom's still waiting for us. Hopefully he's out there. You know, it's gonna be sweet if it does happen, but if it doesn't happen, that's okay too. I mean, that's the name of the game. We've learned a lot this season. This was our first season bow hunting turkey. We decided to take our passion for archery and bow hunting to the next level in bow hunt turkeys, and it's proven very challenging. So everybody that's gotten a bird with a bow, much respect, and a gun too. But we've just learned a lot. So we've you know, the season's not over yet, but we've taken a lot from this. We've been grinding it out here for 3.5 weeks now, and we have a few days left. So excited to see how we wrap up the season. It's tough at times, but that's what Moxie's all about, right? You're gonna keep on getting knocked down, and it's just getting back up. Just keep getting back up and grinding. So Moxie life. See ya.
This is Howard. Yeah. And these are his deer. He's definitely a decorated hunter, to say the least. But as you can tell, looking at Howard, that this deer was shot in 1898. This deer was shot in 1919. That deer was shot in about, what was that, 1912?
Read the papers underneath the skull, you'll see what
and that was last year's, and it's a beast.
Hi world.
So that's my uncle. He's going down to try to catch some trout. The last time he did, he wore some waders, and that's what's left of them. So let's go follow him and see what else he gets into.
So they like to sit by those rapids. They're hidden from the birds, the overhead prey, which is really their only enemy. They stock these rivers because the fish don't live all year round here. So they stock them with rainbow, palominos, and a couple others, but that's not really what we're after. We're after lunch, so I like to call it.
You haven't had a bite. See all those hatchings? Doesn't that make them good?
That makes the trout eat all day long.
Oh, so you're not hungry because you're
So it started raining pretty good. So we found some shelter under this bridge, but Frank's still at it. Highly unlikely he catches a trout, but we'll see if we get dinner. We're leaving with what we came here with. Nothing.
Oh, here it is, right here. Nice and give it a little dig like this. Hey, chuk, chuk, chuk.
Remember I told you about asshole?
Well, good morning. As you can tell, it's a foggy day here in western central PA. A little late start just because it was raining. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up behind camp here. There's a field up top, an ag field on a crown of a hill. Saw some turkey up there. By far one of my favorite spots to hunt turkey. I've shot a few longbeards out of that field up top. So this is gonna be different with a bow, but fingers crossed, we at least get some action. And then it's up to me to get it done. But again, beautiful, beautiful view. So here's our setup. I got my blind here. I'm on this gas line. You got Jake and a hen. I'm just on the inside cut of this field here. I don't want to bother this farmer. He does hunt. down a little bit further, so I wanted to tuck back in, but I expect him to come down that field edge there. That's right where I scared that turkey this morning walking in here. So hopefully I can pull him in. It's about a 30-yard shot, so would much rather have him closer. Anyway, let's see what we can do. It's about 10 after 11, and I haven't seen anything up here. So I'm gonna go down to the bottom of this field where I've seen him a couple times. Got 1 hour left, less than an hour. So I'm gonna do a little run and gun, what we like to call, with a bow. So don't even have my camo on. So it should be fun. I'm gonna use some of this brush on around the edge of the field, and I expect a long shot. So we'll see. Well, it's coming up on noon, probably noon right now, but I had that tom come out. It could have been a tom, could have been a jake. It was definitely a young bird. So we'll call it a 1 to 2 year old. Definitely considered, if it came close enough, considering the time of year, towards the tail end, but I still more than likely wouldn't have shot. Just not what we're looking for. So we still got one more day. We're gonna set up further down the field here in a corner that I actually walked down to, and there were 2 toms and I spooked them out. Just such a hot spot down there as well. Feeling good about tomorrow. One of the best things about camp is the food. We got a master chef here with Frankie D. And there's the
Master eater.
there's the owner right there. Day 3, it's about 5:30. I'm packed up, ready to go up. Gonna hunt that same spot I did up top behind camp here. I'm gonna hunt the bottom of that field though. Last day of my overall hunting season for turkey until we start shifting our focus on some whitetail. So let's see what we could do. It's a really foggy morning. I kicked up about 4 or 5 in the roost on the way up. And I have a gobbler who was gobbling in the roost, probably about 100 yards to my right. This field has been super hot. I just had a hen walk past us. It's coming up on 7 o'clock right now. And as that hen was walking past, that tom's gobbling probably about 50, 60 yards. Can't see him. It's still really foggy, so we're just gonna be patient, not call. I got a decoy out there, so they funnel to this field. So that's what I'm banking on I'm doing today. Well, that was pretty exciting. Had had 2 toms out in the field with a hen, and they obviously saw my decoy. The smaller of the 2 came in. Man, he was just a little bit too small. I'd like to give him another year, but really exciting nonetheless. Really, really action-packed morning. It's already been a great hunt. Let's see what else happens. We got a hen coming from our left. Just came into the field. It's just feeding out there. It's where I heard the gobble about 20-30 minutes ago. Hopefully that hen brings that gobbler out and over to us. So that hen and that tom are making their way down here. Maybe they'll make their way over the decoy. Hopefully he loses interest in her and comes over here. Not a huge bird, but definitely one worth taking at this point. Well, it's a party. What I mean by that is another hen came down the field, and so you got 2 hens in this tom over here. It's about 10:30 right now. We've got another hour and a half. Now that right there is funny. Anyway, that's another smaller tom. Looks like missing some tail feathers, or they're cut in half. I know one guy bow hunts up here, so maybe he missed, but pretty cool to see that. Maybe he'll head down this way. Well, I wish I could say I was disappointed, but I'm not. It was just such a good morning. We still have 45 minutes left, so you never know what could happen on this field, but those turkey never came within 100 yards. I think I got one at 95 on my rangefinder, so sometimes it's the way it is, and they were very occupied with those hens out there, and actually saw one tom breed, one of the bigger toms breed a hen, and then a little fight break out. So really cool morning. I still have gobbles both left and right of me, so like I said, I got 45 minutes. Been a great hunt so far. So that's gonna wrap it up for today and the weekend. I'm not gonna lie, it was a great hunt. Even though I'm walking away without a bird, got some great footage, and that's priority number 1. You know, when we started this whole thing, this early this year, it was the first time any of us really picked up a camera, except for Josh. Nick did have some footage from last fall of me shooting a 10-point on Ohio public land. It was actually really good footage, and for a first timer. So that's really it.
Headed up to a state park north of Columbus where we live for the final weekend of Ohio spring turkey. So I have our buddy Don, who's going to be sitting with me on camera. We just haven't been able to figure out the patterns of these pressured birds, and it's really starting to show. But going into this weekend, have some high hopes. I'm pretty excited. I think we're going to be able to make some things happen. You know, every time I sit with Don, he's just a bundle of excitement, so he gets me excited to sit as well. And a couple other things worth mentioning that I think is really going to change my luck up for tonight. Finally, got a new haircut, so feeling pretty good. I was looking a little shaggy, a little less than desirable to my own standards. And also got a new truck. So I'm sure Josh is just going to take this opportunity to cut to some buttery B-roll. Alright, so Dawn and I are going to set up in the same field that a couple weeks back we saw a couple hen had a gobbler come in on us. Never got the gobbler in, but feel pretty good about this spot. At least we've been seeing birds here. So fingers crossed that we can make it happen again. See what happens. That was spitty. A lot of spit in that call. Their late season's tough because you want to call the hell out of them. But late season, they typically don't respond to too much calling. You just gotta be in the right spot at the right time. You know, unfortunately tonight didn't go as planned, but that hen coming through later in the evening really made up for what could have been a very lackluster day.